losing Aaron Rodgers obviously is a major disaster for the franchise, as it would for any franchise. If the Bengals lose Joe Burrow, it's a real problem. But there are other guys that also get paid to play football, right? So it's going to be a lot harder to achieve the ultimate goal. But no Aaron Rodgers doesn't change the fact that the Jets have a great defense. Doesn't change the fact that Garrett Wilson is a great receiver. That what appears to be a combination that the Giants had, a thunder and lightning kind of thing without the thunder necessarily, but a two-headed running back attack in Breece Hall and Dalvin Cook still exists. An offensive line that's going to get better. He's right. He also has to say it.
He also has to realize that this team was 5-4 last year and took a nosedive, right?
They were also 5-1 with Zach Wilson at one point of the season as well.
With no interceptions, right?
4-1 with no picks, yes.
Correct. So that's important. But I also think he has to understand, this team is a quarterback away from not doing anything this year. Zach Wilson's heading into a buzzsaw down in Dallas, right? And you don't want to see this Tim Boyle-led team walk onto the field if Zach Wilson gets hurt next year. So they're going to have to go out and get somebody just in case Zach is down on par.
Let me stop you on that. Robert Saleh did come out and say we are not going out to get somebody. Boyle's been elevated from emergency quarterback practice squad to the backup quarterback. He obviously knows Hackett's system, but he's never really played. And it's Zach Wilson's team. The notion that the New York Jets are now going to have quarterback tryouts to bring in a veteran, Matt Ryan, Carson Wentz, pick your poison, according to the Jets publicly right now, not happening.
We would have a better observation and be able to evaluate Zach Wilson and his New York Jet offense after the Dallas game.
I agree.
So I want to see that offense go down to Dallas and be able to score some points because, listen, the defense is phenomenal.
Yep.
Everybody knows that. But listen to the Robert Saleh interview. He just sounds a little bit deflated.
How could he not be deflated?
Knowing that his Hall of Fame quarterback is not going to be on his team for the rest of the season. And they just have to find a way to rally around Zach Wilson. Maybe some of the guys believe in him. Maybe some of them don't. Because now you basically have the same team. You're putting the same team on the football field that you had last season.
Right.
But now everybody's just a year older.
Oh, I disagree. You're not putting the same team in the football field that you had last season. Now, Craig, let's do a thought exercise. You're a big Jets fan, right?
A thought exercise. Two things I don't like to do.
It's thought exercise. Let's imagine that Aaron Rodgers never signed with the Jets. He went somewhere else. And I said to you, all right, the Jets are coming out, but they're gonna have Zach Wilson. But last year he's been, they've worked with him a little bit.
Yeah.
They're gonna add Dalvin Cook.
Yeah.
They're gonna get Mekhi Becton back. They're gonna add a whole new receiver room to go along with Garrett Wilson. They've now got Cobb and Lazard and McCole Hardman.
Right.
And that defense is only getting better.
Yeah.
You feel better than you did last year. You feel pretty good. That's where they are right now. So I do agree with Coach Saleh that it's not all over because Aaron Rodgers is gone. It is dramatically worse.
Yes.
But it's not over.
It's not. The New York Jets.
What does that mean?
It's not over. They're still going to make the playoffs. They're still going to compete.
So now, it went from Super Bowl to we're going to make the playoffs.
Maybe make the playoffs.
Maybe make the playoffs.
By the way, I still think
now,
the Jets,
that's a significant drop-off from what we were talking
It
about.
is.
But it's not deflated. He can't stand in front of that podium and talk about, Aaron's gone, so I guess we'll just go out there and roll the ball.
Maybe next
year. He
year.
has to talk like this to his team. He understands he has a young defense.
They have been uber consistent, all right? Uber consistent, whether we agree with it or not. They have never wavered publicly on their belief that Zach Wilson is going to be one day, hopefully that day is Sunday, a good NFL quarterback now.
Not against that defense.
Plaxico, you and I have seen, Willie, Dave, we've all seen enough of Zach Wilson to say, you're back bleep crazy.
Right.
But to be fair to the Jets, they have never, ever wavered on the fact that they believe Zach Wilson can play.
This team could possibly 10-7. So I'm with you. I don't think they're deflated. I think this Robert Saleh really defending his team to say, hey, you can count us out. You can say we don't have Aaron Rodgers, but I know what the boys I got in this locker room, and we're ready to ride.
Yeah, by the way, I think two things can happen. They're mutually exclusive, but happen at the same time. He's got to be deflated. How could he not be deflated? His career was tied now to the success of Aaron Rodgers here. Aaron Rodgers has a great year.
No.
Robert Saleh's got a lengthy contract.
His career is not tied to Aaron Rodgers.
I disagree. It was.
Because he drafted Zach Wilson to be the quarterback.
Joe Douglas drafted him. That's correct. Right.
So his career is not tied to Aaron Rodgers.
Well, but it's similar to San Francisco. Is John Lynch tied to Trey Lance, or is John Lynch tied to Brock Purdy? He got both.
Well, Trey Lance is no longer there.
Right.
So they're not
and he's having
But he
success
drafted
with
him.
Brock Purdy.
Yeah, he drafted him.
Ultimately-
but he's not playing for that team right now.
No, he's not.
Right.
Look, ultimately, you got to win, right? We all know that. We all understand that. But I have now convinced myself, and I'm not suggesting it was not drug-induced. It might have been. I got to be honest with the audience. I have now convinced myself that the Jets are still winning the division.
No.
Still winning
No.
the AFCs
No.
with Zach
Well,
Wilson.
they did
Well, they're 1-0.
Well,
So it's good to have hope.
they did get out to a good start, beating the Buffalo Bills.
That's
going
right.
1-0
Without Aaron Rodgers.
in the AFC East, without Aaron Rodgers. You know, walk off, punt return, and all of those things. But I got to stick with what I've been saying for the last several months.
Yeah.
Bills win the division.
Jacoby, let me ask you a quick question.
Okay.
Right now, straight up, I just need an immediate answer, like word association, okay?
No, there's no thought exercise.
Would you trade Zach Wilson straight up for Josh Allen?
Yes.
You would? No. I don't know if I would.
Were you
I
kidding me?
trade?
Are you
No.
kidding me?
I would-
no,
I would
no,
trade.
I have
I'm
Zach
not
Wilson.
trading.
You offer Josh Allen for a one-for-one trade.
Yeah.
I would do that. I would do it so fast. I would hang up and send it to the league
Not
immediately.
me. Josh
Immediately.
Allen's a problem.
You've got to be kidding me.
I'd rather
You don't
Zach
believe
Wilson.
that. You don't believe that. You're saying things you don't believe.
He just said he believed.
You're saying things you don't believe.
Yeah, I tell you, at Jet Nation, after watching Josh Allen throw 3 picks and fumble the ball, there's not a single living Jet fan that would make that trade today.
And I
can't
bet-
trust Josh Allen.
And I'll back you up on that. It
Thank
seems
you.
like Zach Wilson has learned his lesson from last year. Josh Allen's in his 5th year, and he hasn't learned anything.
Well,
it looks like
I
he's
expect
regressed.
this from him.
find
You
out
would not
on
trade
Sunday.
Zach
I'm with
Wilson
you,
for
Craig.
Josh Allen?
If you call me,
Lies.
I'm keeping
Lies.
Zach. Bye, Josh.
Lies.
Just saying.
Lies.
We can debate that more.
There's no sense in debating that. I'm not debating this.
I want a quarterback that learns from his mistakes.
This is an
They'll be
objective
speaking a
fact.
different tune after Sunday.
Sunday's not here yet, so this is the only two we got.
I do want
Monday
to.
morning quarterback.
I do want to acknowledge one thing with my dear friend Plaxico Burress. He is still smarting over the 40-0 blowout that his team suffered at the hands of the Dallas Cowboys. And nothing would make you happier than the Jets losing 41-0.
Man, listen, if I'm an offense playing against that team right now, defensively,
Yeah.
you just don't know what the Dallas Cowboys are going to do. And I said several times that Michael Parsons was going to be Defensive Player of the Year.
You did.
And he's looking that way.
Well, speaking of Micah Parsons and, of course, the Dallas Cowboys, Jerry Jones spoke about the New York Jets in advance of this Sunday's game. You know, obviously, again, we'll say this 50 times today, Aaron Rodgers is this guy. But that doesn't change the fact that the New York Jets have a legitimate top defense, right? Doesn't change the fact that they can run the football. We discussed yesterday, before you got here, Plax, that if there's a weakness, and there may not be, on the Dallas Cowboys defensive side of the ball, it'll be their run defense. That you can run the ball. You should be able to run the ball.
You saw the
More
Giants do it Sunday
successful
night, yeah.
than throwing the ball. So you do have Jets strength, Dallas weakness as a matchup for Sunday.
I wouldn't call it a weakness. You know, you got to understand that this weekend is going to be Dallas' home opener. So they are going to be fired up. If I'm the New York Jets and Robert Saleh now offense, I want to go in with a game plan, try to be able to establish the run, take some of that pressure off of Zach Wilson, quick throws, quick game, get the ball out of his hands quick so the rush is not a factor to the offensive line.
For those you got.
No, I was going to say, to you, Plex's point, what Zach Wilson does really well is the off-platform throws, right? You can't have him sit in that pocket and just be live bait for Micah Parsons, the rest of that defense. You got to get that pocket moving. You got to lean on that run game. And you also got to allow guys like Randall Cobb, a veteran who's played in hostile territory, and help lean on Zach was like, hey, young fella, trust me, we can make it go.
Look, the one thing we need out of Zach Wilson, outside of the obvious no interceptions or fumbles, that kind of thing, is really what Aaron Rodgers didn't do on 2 of the plays of the 4 that he played Monday night, and that is get rid of the ball early. So I agree with you guys. I don't want Zach Wilson sitting there in the pocket because they're coming from all different sides, and he's liable to make a mistake. What I do want, though, if he's going to be in the pocket, is pop, 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 throw. Pop, 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 throw. Quick slants, quick outs, that type of stuff. Because the longer he's in the pocket, the more likely he's going to make a mistake.
Yeah, he is. And I just don't understand why Dwayne Brown, number 76, tried to chop the defense in.
It's a 3-step drop.
And you got to block the guy.
No, you don't. You
can't chop.
No, on a 3-step drop, you know, like I know, your job is to get the defender down. The defender made a great play of deflecting the block. It's up to Aaron Rodgers, the GOAT, so to speak. You take 3 steps, ball out. You've ran the route. 3 steps, that ball has to be out. If the ball's not out, as an offensive lineman, once I'm on my belly in an attempted cut block, I can't look behind me. The ball has to be out.
Attempted what?
You want to get into that?
Attempted what? Attempted what? Attempted what?
He's the offensive lineman.
Attempted
you're
what?
a bad guy.
I'm not gonna let that slide. I'm not gonna let that slide.
But no, this is why you want to lean on Plax. 3 steps means what to you as a receiver?
1, 2, 3. Get the
Ball in your hands, right? So for Dwayne Brown, it means the same thing. 1, 2, 3, he expects the ball to be out. That's not on him.
And by the way, I have to assume that's coached. If you know it's a 3-step drop,
The ball
you saw
has to be out.
Mekhi do it 2 plays earlier.
Exactly.
They're telling you, try to get that defensive end down to the ground or hands on the ground because the quarterback's going to get rid of it quick.
Right.
So that is on Aaron Rodgers twice in 4 plays, hanging on to the ball.
Now, the execution could be poor, which it was. You really want to throw it through the thigh board of that defensive end. Leonard Floyd is a veteran defensive end. He's not just a young guy, so he knew it was coming at him.
Yeah, by the way, I should tell you that from a gambling standpoint, this game started off Dallas Cowboys -3, home favorite. Everyone can accept that, right?
Sure.
After a 40-point blowout against the Giants, spread didn't move. Aaron Rodgers got hurt. Woo! Spread has moved. Your Dallas Cowboys are now 10-point favorites against the New York Jets. Just let it keep going up. Let it keep going up. Let it keep going up. Take the Jets with 2 touchdowns. You'll be just fine. Hey there. Thank you so much for watching The Carton Show. You can subscribe right here to get all the latest bits and segments from the show. And by the way, while you're at it, we have a lot of great shows on FS1, so check them out too.